Hi, I'm Christina Whitney, a studio educator with Handi Quilter. Many of you guys have heard about the Ruler of the Month Club that we have and have seen the Ruler of the Month Club 5 Wholecloth quilt that Kelly Ashton made. It is using a Hoffman Supernova panel, and I'm going to use the directions that are available to you on our website to recreate this wholecloth. So the first steps for this project was to get the panel. You could use a regular piece of fabric as well. It's about 41 by 43 inches. Fold the fabric in half and iron it to give a nice crease, and then fold it in half the opposite direction, and then you can find your center point. Once you have the center point of your fabric, you can use the Hexi template to mark 6 points and then draw lines all the way out to the edges of your fabric. Or I used a ruler with the 30-degree and 60-degree marks to find my lines. You'll notice that I used some painter's tape. It's an experiment. You can use whatever kind of marking tool you like, and just make sure that you have all of the lines marked before you get started. Once you have your top marked, then go ahead and load your frame using your choice of backing and batting. For my project, I am using 2 layers. I am using a bamboo as well as a wool. If you are using a stationary machine such as the Sweet or the Capri, or if you're using the Littlefoot frame, you will want to go ahead and sandwich all of your layers together. I went ahead and did some basting on mine as well, just because I'm going to be rolling back and forth so much, and also I might be taking it on and off the frame as I'm working on the project. In addition to my regular basting, I did a basting stitch down the center, both horizontally and vertically, to mark my center point. Okay, the first step for stitching is that we're going to use our Hexi 1.5 inch template. To get the ruler in place, make sure your needle is in the up position, and then use the slit in the side of the ruler to slide it over the hopping foot. We want to line it up in the center, so to do that I'm using the center points here as well as here and here, and I'm just lining those up on the marks that I stitched already. And then I'm going to needle down, needle up, pull up my bobbin thread, and I've got my ruler base on as well as my surefoot. Okay, I've got my machine set at 12 stitches per inch. That's just my personal preference. You can use whatever you like. And I'm also using regulated mode in cruise at about 7% on my Avante. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch around this hex, pausing a little bit at the corners. We're going to see how this tape does. Okay, a little tie off there. With my needle, remove that. I'm going to trim my threads. Okay, the next step in the directions is to use the outside of the template, and we're going to do a 1/4 inch echo around. So I'm lining up the edge of my surefoot with the edge of my previous stitching. That will give me my 1/4 inch. I'm just going to needle down, needle up, bring up that bobbin thread, do a couple tie-offs there. Okay, now using the side of my ruler, I'm lining it up on my existing stitch line. I'm going to stitch out, rotate to the next side. One more stitch there. Okay, so that is your first step, doing your hexagon. Congratulations! You have completed the first page of our Heartfelt whole cloth quilt design. Join me next time as we use the Wiggle Wave template and the Double Heart template to continue the next round of the Heartfelt whole cloth quilt.